and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackler's there. I got a favor to ask. Could you start
Yes.
today off with a little back rub for me?
No, I don't rub men's backs.
I woke up with a stiff neck. It really hurts. It's sore.
So I suck at that anyway. And
Really?
going back to when Alexa and I were together, she'd always, can you give me a back rub? And I'm not good at it, and I hate doing it, and it makes my fingers hurt.
Right.
So it's like three things. It's like it's a negative all the way around.
Okay.
I hate doing it.
Thought I'd ask.
So,
thought maybe
and
as
I
a
won't do
friend
it-
you'd help me out, but I'll suffer in silence.
I won't do. Yeah, I won't do that.
Thanks
to
for
men
nothing.
Anyway. So, yeah. Well, you're welcome for nothing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Guess that's how. What'd you do this weekend? Anything good?
Hung out with Max. Max had we did a little last minute school shopping. He got a new pleather jacket. We featured that on the TV today.
Did you?
Yeah, because we talk about what we did over the weekend, and I mentioned Max got a new pleather jacket, and that no cows or other livestock were murdered because it was pleather.
Yeah.
In the manufacturing process, which is good.
Hmm.
And he got a haircut because mom and dad ain't raising no damn hippies.
Okay.
So yeah, it was good. We hit the pool yesterday.
Nice.
One of the kind of like a last little hurrah before school starts. And then it found out he didn't have school today because there's a power outage at Northview. So
Wow.
yeah, so he gets to sleep in,
Nice.
and Daddy has to come into work. So yeah, it was a good weekend though.
We had
Enjoyed
Colton, and we were doing things with Colton that you do with grandkids, and
Right.
we were at the cottage for a while, and there was a toad in the yard, and I said, "Hey, Colton, come here, take a look, toad," And he picks up the toad, and he goes over by Grammy, and we're gonna get Grammy with the toad. That's always fun. And he takes the toad, and he goes, "Watch this," and he goes like he's gonna throw this thing. And I looked at him and I said, "If you throw that toad, I'm going to throw you as far as you did the toad." I said, "If you hurt that animal, I'm coming after you like white on rice."
Wow.
And he literally didn't know how to react.
Did he cry?
No,
Did you make him cry?
no, I didn't make him cry, but I mean, dude, you don't throw a living thing. He was gonna throw it as high in the air as he could and see if it landed on its feet. I mean, like, dude, what are you doing?
We used to do that to cats all the time.
You don't do that. You can't do that. I mean, dude, come on.
You didn't do that to when you were a kid.
I might have,
I'm
but
not
that's what you
saying
teach.
now. You're right. You're right. You don't teach him to do it now, but that was just one of those. It's a curiosity thing from a child's perspective. I wonder what would happen if I did this. And
I get
cats
that,
always
but-
landed on their feet, and the cats were always fine.
Yeah.
They were our neighborhood cats.
No.
Whatever.
Still.
I'm not saying it's a positive thing. I'm just saying it's
I know,
what you did when you were a kid
You jump in and
back in the day.
as the benevolent Jeepa, you say, "Look, you don't do that to living things, man. You be nice. You be cool. You be kind."
All right. Be kind.
That's what you
Very
do.
good.
See?
And then you went back in and rewound an old VHS tape.
Nope.
And took it back to
No, I didn't
the
do any of
movie
that.
Depot. Oh, okay. I thought
Nope.
you
Didn't
were
do
being
that.
kind, rewind,
I remember.
or you will be fine to that whole thing.
I remember.
All right.
I do.
Good.
Ground that one right to a halt, didn't we?
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. Really put the brakes on this express elevator. Jesus.
Why don't you roll some news and let's
All
wow
right.
them on a Monday, man.
All right, let's do it. Longtime senator and former GOP presidential candidate John McCain passed away over the weekend. McCain, who was a POW for 5.5 years in a Vietnamese prison camp, died on Saturday after battling brain cancer. McCain was 81. Former presidents George W. Bush and Barack Obama, as well as former VP Joe Biden, are expected to deliver eulogies this week. A little surprising, George W. Going to be involved in this.
Why's that?
Go back. They have a bit of a checkered past with their battle for the 2000 nomination. You remember the robocalls that went around accusing
No, I don't remember
John
them, but
McCain
okay, I'll take your word for it.
accusing John McCain of having a child out of wedlock. And, yeah, it was a lot. There was some dirty campaigning going on there.
Well,
but
and I think
bygones, water under the bridge.
Right, but I think that's part of the whole.
There you go.
I think that's part of the whole dirty campaigning mindset now is that people, after a while, just forget it.
Right.
And
Which is good.
it's good, but does it make it okay?
I look back on that. I just kind of laugh at it because it's like, hey, that's politics.
I think it's deplorable.
You can, and I'm not saying it's not.
Right.
I'm just saying it is.
Right.
That's what politics is. If you are not prepared for that, then don't get involved. If you are
Right.
on the national stage, man, anybody who has garnered any type of success, I don't care how pristine or clean or big a fan of any of these candidates you are, and that doesn't mean they're bad human beings. It means they were willing to compromise in certain areas
Yep.
to get where they got. And
Okay.
it doesn't matter if it's Donald Trump, if it's Barack Obama, if it's George W. Bush, if it's, I mean, John McCain to an extent. He was a guy who was seen as somebody who could work across the aisle. The guy's an American hero, and that's what actually enabled him to do a lot of the crossing the aisle. It's because, hey, I am a Vietnam veteran. I'm a war hero, so
Right.
you can get away with things that you can't otherwise. But that's a difficult trade-off, man. When you can't raise you dealt with that much punishment over that period of time. You can't raise your arms above your. He couldn't comb his hair.
Oof.
I mean, you can look back at some of the things this man went through.
Mm.
It's who could do that? Who could?
I know.
I mean, come out of that with the attitude, the positive attitude he had on the other side, which was just incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely unreal.
Sad loss.
Absolutely. The head of ISIS in Afghanistan has been killed. Abu Syed Orakazai and 10 other ISIS fighters were hit with an airstrike on Saturday night. The strike was carried out by Afghan and coalition forces. So it's always good when somebody from ISIS dies. I mean,
Sure.
usually we don't root for death or we don't praise death, but if it's somebody from ISIS, okay, you can have an extra drink. Raise a glass, raise a Coke.
Because we're sure that happened, right?
Well, no, it's just that was reported. Hey, I report facts, man. I'm not giving you. I mean, occasionally I throw in the editorial commentary where
I'm not saying you don't
necessary.
report facts. I'm just simply saying, these guys are living in mud huts in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't really think accurate news comes flowing out of there all that much.
Oh, well,
Who knows?
you're the pessimist. I'll be the optimist. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Finally, thousands hit Pier Marquette Beach in Muskegon over the weekend. The Burning Foot Beer Festival took over the sand on Saturday. The end of summer beer-centric celebration featured nearly 70 breweries with food, music, games, and camping. Did you check that out at all?
We sent our Derek Wong went down there.
I
myself did not
footage?
know. Not much of a beer guy anymore.
Yeah, right.
It started off as maybe wet socks compared to burning foot, and then as it cleared up during
Right.
as it cleared up during the day, I guess everybody had a great time. Our footage looked great from it. Everybody looked like they had a great time. It looked like it was a huge success. And one thing I got to get off my chest a little bit, and I don't know if it's just if it's the times, if it's the way people are reading things anymore, or if me running for office had something to do with this, but I made a joke about burning foot on Friday night because they circle all the tents right on the beach. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's a great thing.
Right.
And I'm all for it. If you want to come drink beer, have a great time. Camp on the beach, listen to Eve 6. Great festival, have a good time.
Eve 6 was out there?
Yeah.
I love Eve 6.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I like 3 of their songs.
Yeah. So I make this joke, and I put, when I got here in 1999, there were beer tents all over Muskegon, and there was one every weekend. They were everywhere.
Right.
I said, now they put them in a big circle on the beach, and they have one at the end of the summer. And I thought, that's kind of funny. Instead of having them all over town, they put them in one spot, and they make them a big circle once.
Okay.
Funny one. And this guy replies, he's like, we don't need to be a jerk about it. I mean, and I'm like,
what a douchebag.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, dude, that's a joke.
Why you gotta be so mean?
Why you gonna crap all over the event, man? I'm like, I'm not.
Awesome. Why do you gotta be so negative? It's like
where did you get the idea this is negative? I'm like, I was just kidding, man.
We're just gonna
lighten up.
be out drinking. We did it. We have a nice festival. Why? Jeez.
It brings people in from all over town.
Yeah,
like,
everybody loves it. God, that drives me insane. Everybody's offended all the time over everything.
I couldn't believe it. I thought that was a funny joke. I really like that one.
Oh man, I didn't think it was that. Well, here's the thing: I don't think it was hysterically funny. It was like, okay, that's kind of funny, but it's definitely not anything to get offended over.
What do you
It's
do?
like, That is
You can't win,
just
man.
another, and you can't.
You can't
It's
win.
ridiculous. Sports, Tigers fall to the White Sox 7-2. Lions finally win a preseason game. Actually come back from 27-3 down to beat the Bucks 33-30, but it's preseason. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Wait and see when it all gets going for real. NFL in 2 weeks.
Oh,
This
can't
coming
wait.
weekend, though, we're just days away. Michigan State takes on Utah State, and then Michigan at Notre Dame
Ooh, boy.
next Saturday. College football
Can't wait.
gets started next weekend. So, and it's all you can smell fall. It's awesome.
Oh,
Love
right.
it. All right.
You need to
That's
sit down
sports.
and have a talk with Annie about college athletics sometime. Change your mind about college sports in a big hurry.
It wouldn't change my mind. I understand what some of these dudes do.
Have yourself a great Monday.
See ya.